phenomenal trip, and we had a phenomenal team. Really great students who were really committed to what we were going to do. The trip itself, we were going to take part in a project and partner with Wayside Cross Ministries and their very new and very awesome employee, Emily Wood. And she works with young kids on the east side of Aurora, from the East Aurora School District. And so we partnered with her and her kids, and so we did this day camp, which was quite fantastic, at Brady Elementary School on the east side of Aurora. And there were like about 80 to 100 campers every day, and we did a myriad of activities between eating lunch with them and doing crafts with them, teaching them academics. So we went through history and also teaching them about the gospel and sharing the gospel with them, playing games and a whole lot of different things.
I talked to one girl on the first day and I was just like, so do you go to church? And I was asking them a lot of questions, and just the basic questions of, do you believe in Jesus? And they said no. So I got to connect with at least 7, and all of them accepted Christ. In the week, I got to share Christ with them, and they just kept coming and asking questions and just opening up. So it was really cool to see that, and just, it was awesome. So.
A couple of different things. There was one day in which we had a work project at Wayside Cross in Aurora. We helped clean this huge closet that they had, and so there were lots of different things that people had donated to them, and we were supposed to stack them to different places, different boxes, label them.
I also got to go to Wayside Cross after working with the kids till 3 o'clock. We cleaned up a big storage room and helped them, and then got to eat dinner with the men there that are basically don't have enough money to eat dinner. So that was a really good experience too. So
the trip was a bit short, so it was just Monday through Thursday. One day we came to youth group here. The other nights we do a debrief, worship, and that was awesome. The last day we had a swimming party at the Pilkingtons, and that was pretty great.
My most memorable moment was meeting a little boy and helping him to come to know Christ. I pulled him aside and I sat him down and talked with him. I asked him if he knew Jesus, and he said yes. You know that you're going to heaven someday? And he said no. And I took him through the basic gospel story, and then I prayed with him and I asked him if he wanted to accept it, and he said yes. And that was one of my most precious moments during the Wayside Cross Ministries trip.
I was really happy with the team, and very proud of them. Joyful to spend time with them, and it was great to connect with them in a very deep level. In the evenings we would have conversations with them as far as where they were at in their hearts, where they were at, even perhaps quote unquote silly topics like what girls do they like or whatever, but to really focus that onto, well, this is what the Lord says about it, and this is something you can do and do it well, and it's okay to like a girl, but these are a few principles that you should have in mind. And they were really open to that. It was awesome, completely fantastic, just how we connected leaders and team members. On the last day, we had this field trip with the kids from the east side, and we went to Phillips Park, to the zoo, and we played games there, and we saw the animals, and that was just awesome. In the mornings before going to the east side, we would come here to church and do our devotion and worship time. And what we did with that was that we really wanted to teach them to pray through the Psalms. And so we'd give them the Psalm of the day, and they would sit down, they would read, and we would encourage them how to pray through it, how to pray back to God's own word. And that was really cool, because we wanted to give them something not just that they could do during the trip, but something to teach them something that was useful and in a sense easy that they could continue to do throughout their entire lives, which is to read through the Psalms, and feel the comfort that comes from God's own words and David pouring his heart in the Psalms, and to be able to pray those words that David prays to the Lord and see, and feel the comfort that comes from God's responses in the Psalms. So we did that, and that was really something that, from what I understand, many of the students felt really it was different, and they really enjoyed it. The junior hires that we had really had a desire to serve, but also to get along well with each other. We had an incredible unity within the team. That's something that I enjoyed. I became really, really, really proud of them, and just enjoyed spending time with them, both Mario and I. And just the fact that they were so attentive to what we needed to do. They really were on task. They were on top of things, as they say, on the ball. But they have created a group that really blends